Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Callum Smith in for Bruce Frisco. It's Monday, June 29th. This is CTV News. Tonight, grilling costs. New data shows the Maritimes is home to the country's most expensive barbecue cookouts. Then wild weather. The whole community remains in a twist over the stormy conditions that blew through. And looking ahead, why Cape Breton community fears damage from a prior storm could come back to haunt them.
Live from our Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News. Here is Callum Smith.
Good evening. Canada Day is around the corner and the barbecue season is in full swing. But as you plan your holiday cookout, new data shows grilling is more expensive in the Maritimes than anywhere else in Canada. CTV's Vanessa Wright looks at why.
It's not the news Maritimers wanted to hear just before Canada Day.
It's very, very, very expensive.
We have the highest priced chicken and pork in the country and only a few cents behind BC for ground beef.
Food inflation has always been a problem for our region, and meat counter economics are absolutely pointing to that problem right now.
He says the cause is likely a slow in transportation and production.
They're not matching their quotas, and that's really pushing prices higher.
Which means shoppers aren't buying what they want, instead settling for whatever's cheaper.
I love meat, but then because of the prices, I wouldn't buy meat in superstore, so I bought fish instead of meat.
It's just a matter of looking out for the best prices.
It's caused a bit of a stir for local meat shops who offer quality but can't always compete with cost.
It is especially bad right now, but we've done everything we can to keep our prices as consistent as we can.
Charlebois says people can expect more promotions and ticketed items ahead of Canada Day and throughout the summer, perhaps a compromise for what will be a pricey barbecue season.
And as for chicken, we are expecting modest increases over the next several months due to supply issues. We are expecting prices to stabilize for poultry by the time we get to the fall. So that's certainly good news there.
Vanessa Wright, CTV News, Halifax.
Halifax Regional Police have identified the victim of a homicide in Dartmouth Friday night as 39-year-old Thomas Jr. Downey of North Preston. Officers were called to Leahy Road at around 10:30 that night for a shooting. Police say it was not a random attack.
I heard a series of bangs in quick succession, and honestly, I thought it was fireworks. I didn't think that it even was gunshots until I saw the sirens come flying by.
Upon arrival, our officers located a man suffering from gunshot wound. EHS responded and pronounced the man deceased on scene.
Police are appealing to the public to come forward with information. No arrests have been made just yet. A New Brunswick man serving a 3-year prison sentence has died. Correctional Service Canada said today that 65-year-old Dominic Tremblay died in custody. The inmate started serving his sentence only 2.5 weeks ago at the Spring Hill Institution in Nova Scotia. New Brunswick RCMP previously said Tremblay was charged with possession of child sexual abuse and exploitation in 2024 and pleaded guilty last fall. The cause of death was not publicly shared. A man from the Truro area has died after a crash in East Hants yesterday. RCMP responded to a 2-vehicle crash in South Maitland just after 2 in the afternoon. A southbound motorcycle and a northbound sedan collided. The driver of the motorcycle, a 74-year-old man from Lower Truro, died at the scene. 2 people in the car were not injured. Highway 215 was closed for several hours, but since reopened. Well, they're still talking about the wild weather Friday night in one part of New Brunswick. The winds whipped up into what is thought to have been a rare tornado to touch down here. CTV's Avery McCrae explains.
Kim Bowes remembers it like any other Friday night. She was sitting on her back deck with family enjoying the rainfall shortly after 8:30 when the storm took a turn.
I looked and I'm like, oh my God, look at these trees are all blowing. And then it was just a sound, like it almost sounded like a blunder. Then you could see the formation of the darkness of the clouds and then almost the circular rotation of it. And it across the river and it was coming towards us.
She grabbed her phone and caught these images of a small tornado forming on the other side of the Paulette River.
Everything here lifted up, and we shut the door, and all I was concerned about is, oh my gosh, are we going to lose power? Is the windows going to break? Is something going to go through?
But outside of a few broken trees around the property, her house was spared. She posted her videos on Facebook when the reaction started pouring in.
People living 2 houses up didn't even see any of the activity. And then I was talking to my neighbor up the street. He said, I was sleeping in my recliner, didn't know that any of this was going on 2 houses down.
Her video also caught the eye of many storm organizations, including the Northern Tornadoes Project. Project Director David Sills confirmed the twister and rated its severity at EF0, the lowest on the scale. He says the winds likely did not even reach 110 kilometers an hour. CTV did reach out to Environment Canada for its assessment of the potential twister, but did not hear back by airtime. Of all the Atlantic provinces, New Brunswick has seen the most tornadoes since 2017, with 10, according to the Northern Tornadoes Project. 5 of those came just 2 years ago in 2024, while last year there were no confirmed tornado touchdowns. Avery McRae, CTV News, near Petitcodiac, New Brunswick.
All right, thanks for that, Avery. Sticking with the weather theme, one corner of the Maritimes is worried damage from a previous storm could fuel destruction this summer. In and around Lewisburg, trees knocked down by Hurricane Fiona pose a wildfire threat. CTV's Ryan McDonald has more.
Go for a drive in the Lewisburg area and there are downed trees, and plenty of them left over from post-tropical storm Fiona nearly 4 years ago.
Nervous, scared, sort of thing.
At his home in Big Lorraine, Carter Stevens has $1 million view, but on other sides of his property is dead wood that he worries is a fire hazard.
Certainly we'd like to see it, some of it cleared up, and that's why I think the minimum, I think, should be done is a 100-meter clearance on each side of the road.
If you flew over that area, it just looks like matchsticks.
This associate professor from Mount Allison University recently met with dozens of people who live in a wide area stretching from Lewisburg to Gabarouse. After last year's dry summer and drought conditions, she wants the province to come up with some sort of fire management plan for those living here.
If it goes up in flames, it's seriously a risk for the safety of people. It's a public safety issue.
In a statement to CTV News, the Department of Natural Resources says the cleanup programs have helped address more than 250 hectares of windblown and damaged private lands in the Gabarouse and Port Morion area, adding that while they understand why residents may be concerned, much of the fine fuel from 4 years ago has broken down naturally, reducing the fire risk. Back at his home, Carter Stevens adds that there aren't many ways out of his community if something were to happen.
We're at a loss. We keep our fingers crossed that it's not going to happen.
The Department of Natural Resources added that the current fire weather index for the Cape Breton region and for Nova Scotia in general is low, although conditions can change quickly. Ryan McDonald, CTV News, Lewisburg, Nova Scotia.
Get the Maritimes top stories, breaking news alerts, and watch live. Download the CTV News app.
Well, safety and security of residents is the top concern in New Brunswick nursing homes. That's the finding from a provincial report. CTV's Anna Mannon explains.
A lack of staffing is a major concern for New Brunswick nursing homes. That's according to a recently released report on safety and security in the homes.
We have to do better as a society, and we have to do better across the board when it comes to our seniors.
The report also highlights a need for better security systems and building designs, including updating security cameras and increasing resources and systems to respond to aggressive residents. It comes in response to alleged sexual assaults at a St. John nursing home. A 69-year-old man is facing 14 counts of sexual assault.
Enough is enough. I think it's time that we deal with this issue.
The executive director of the province's Coalition for Seniors welcomes the report, but says it lacks timelines and accountability metrics.
There's no real commitment to move forward, and I think it's time that we address these issues.
Lozier is also concerned that under current provincial targets, it may take a decade for hours of care in New Brunswick nursing homes to match Nova Scotia's.
That to us is not acceptable, and for the residents that are in the homes, that's definitely not acceptable.
The province's seniors minister plans to speak with industry representatives in the coming weeks, but did not give a timeline for next steps.
I will continue to working with our partners to build a stronger and safe and more compassionate care home system for our seniors.
According to the report, the Social Development Department will create a community of practice for nursing home operators, introduce new legislation, and raise awareness about how to report concerns. Anna Mandan, CTV News, Fredericton.
The CEO of Port St. John says there's momentum in that city's harbor for the year ahead following a banner year for cargo and cruise ships. The Port of St. John held its annual general meeting this morning with 2025 described as a defining year, which included a 30% increase in container cargo.
2026 is off to a good start. We're a little bit lighter in the container volumes than we were this time last year, but activity is picking up. We had a lot of, weather-related challenges earlier in the year and some blank sailings. But conversely, potash numbers are higher than they were this time last year.
A $100 million cold storage facility officially opened this month at the port, bringing 100 new jobs with it. Still to come tonight, Kaylin's full forecast, including a look at Canada Day. But next, isn't summer camp for everyone?
A child attending a summer camp because of a disability shouldn't be an issue.
One family's fight to have their child included in a summertime tradition. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Join us all this week for the $1,000 Minute with Atlantic Superstore.
Celebrating 40 years and giving you $200 just for playing this week.
Welcome back. Well, summer camp is a seasonal staple in many households. For parents, it's a crucial piece of their childcare puzzle. But in PEI, one family says their son was denied access to a public program. CTV's Maria Saru reports on why they say he was left out and the changes they're calling for.
Summer is in full swing in the Mackenzie's backyard. 9-year-old Toby was supposed to be starting at a camp run by the city of Charlottetown this Monday. But earlier this month, the family says they got a call telling them he can't attend because staff aren't trained to care for him.
Our initial response was shock. It's 2026. A child attending a summer camp because of a disability shouldn't be an issue.
Toby has Down syndrome, but his parents say that didn't stop him from participating last year. And the city is now pointing to one-on-one support he received during a single field trip. The Mackenzies say that was an exception, not an everyday reality at camp. And Toby doesn't need that level of help at school during recess or music and gym classes.
Who is deciding who gets to go, and how is that decision process being made, and where is the line?
After the family posted about the experience on Facebook, other parents flooded the comments with their own stories and concerns about access to public programs for children with disabilities. In a statement sent to CTV News, the city of Charlottetown said that due to privacy considerations, it can't comment on the circumstances of any individual registration, adding it's committed to making recreation programs as inclusive as reasonably possible and is willing to work with families to support participation. Toby has somewhere else to go this week, but the Mackenzies are meeting with the city soon. They want staff to speak with families before making decisions and be trained to handle accessibility needs for all children, including those with visible and invisible disabilities.
We just ultimately feel like maybe people wouldn't be so afraid of disability if they were more exposed to it.
Maria Saru, CTV News, Pleasant Grove, Prince Edward Island.
Okay, it's time now for a quick break. When we return, your complete maritime weather forecast. The first full moon of the summer is tonight. The lunar calendar refers to this as the strawberry moon, which means the time of year when strawberries are ripe and ready. Stay with us. Welcome back. Meteorologist Kaylin Mitchell joins us now with your maritime weather forecast. And Kaylin, it feels like snap of the fingers and summer really is here.
Yeah, I mean, most parts of the Maritimes today were quite warm. There was a little bit of mugginess in the air, not too much, but a little humid. And we saw a decent amount of sunshine after some morning cloud cover cleared away from some coastal areas. Now, for tonight around the Maritimes, a few clouds, some fog patches, low chance of a spotty shower for parts of Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. Tomorrow's weather conditions are going to be similar to today in that, once again, away from the coast, it's going to be very warm. There'll be a little bit of humidity, but because of those factors and the fact that we've got a little bit of cooler and drier air sitting above us, there will also be a chance of a couple showers and maybe a couple thunderstorms popping up afternoon into early evening. So let's take a look at our timeline for cloud cover and precipitation over the next 24 hours. So heading into the early morning hours of Tuesday, there is, in fact, a chance of a shower or possibly small thunderstorm for a few parts of the Maritimes first thing in the morning. That includes Cumberland County, basically Charlottetown and east across Prince Edward Island, and Inverness County in Cape Breton. Now, as we move from the morning into the afternoon, the chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm is going to be in the province of New Brunswick and for parts of Nova Scotia, beginning around the Halifax area and then extending up the eastern shore and into Richmond and Cape Breton County in Cape Breton. So our thunderstorm risk map for tomorrow shows that chance of a pop-up thunderstorm, the highest in New Brunswick, in eastern Prince Edward Island, and basically for central and eastern areas of Nova Scotia. But remember, for Prince Edward Island, the chance is mostly in the morning hours. Taking a look at the winds in the forecast for tomorrow, they're going to be a little bit variable in direction around the Maritimes, but mostly sustained between 10 and 20 kilometers per hour in the afternoon, with a few gusts getting up between 20 and 30. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight for the province of New Brunswick. They'll be falling into a range around 10 to 15 degrees, down to around 14 degrees tonight for Prince Edward Island, and most of the low temperatures for Nova Scotia between 11 and 15. In the forecast for tomorrow for the north of New Brunswick, most of the high temperatures will be up into the high 20s, feeling into the low 30s with the humidex. Down through central and southern areas of New Brunswick, 29 for Fredericton for tomorrow, 25 for Grand Manan, 27 at St. John, and 28 degrees for Moncton in the southeast. So pretty hot day. For Prince Edward Island, high temperatures between 18 and 21 degrees. Highest chance of a shower or a small thunderstorm will be first thing in the morning, the afternoon, a mix of sun and cloud. Eastern areas of Nova Scotia will have that chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm, mostly afternoon into early evening. Highs tomorrow for Cape Breton between 19 and 24. Around the north shore of mainland Nova Scotia, mostly between 26 and 28 degrees. And on the eastern shore, coastal areas with high temperatures mostly between 20 and 25. Near 27 for the city centers, Halifax and Dartmouth, 28 for Truro, and 26 for Amherst. In the Annapolis Valley, high temperatures tomorrow near 28 degrees. On the south shore of Nova Scotia, quite warm as well, mostly between 27 and 29, though coastal areas in the southwest will be a fair bit cooler, so we're looking at close to 20 degrees for Yarmouth. That's down by the coastline, and same thing goes for Barrington. Taking a look at the extended forecast for New Brunswick coming up on Wednesday, Canada Day. There will be some scattered showers moving through, mostly in the morning. There's a chance of some further showers on Thursday. Friday, a mix of sun and clouds. Same thing goes for the start of the next weekend. After that, there'll be a chance of showers on Sunday, and Monday, a mix of sun and cloud. And temperatures look like they're going to be plenty warm most days through that stretch. Taking a look at the forecast for Nova Scotia on Wednesday, Canada Day. Some scattered showers moving through. The highest chance of showers will be in the southwest of the province. There'll be another chance of showers on Thursday, and then a mix of sun and cloud, warmer temperatures Friday and Saturday. That's followed by a chance of showers for both Sunday and Monday. And for Prince Edward Island, the outlook coming up on Canada Day, some showers are expected to pass through during the day. It's not going to be raining nonstop, but a few intermittent showers. A chance of showers on Thursday, then a mix of sun and cloud for Friday and Saturday. Chance of showers after that on Sunday, back to a mix of sun and cloud on Monday of next week. Tallow.
Thanks so much, Kaylin. It's time now for a quick break, but stay with us. We'll be right back.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Welcome back. For the first time, Canada has earned a spot in the round of 16 at the World Cup, defying the odds and proving our country can hold its own on the big stage. CTV's Brianne Foley looks into FIFA fever and the significance of the pivotal victory.
Time is often lost when it comes to history.
If all I have to do is get up at 5:30 in the morning for something like that to happen, I'll do it every day of the week.
Standing with the nation, more than just a proud father, Michael Schaffelberg is a proud Canadian soccer fan.
And for us to score in extra time, anybody in touching distance was hugged and kissed, and everyone is on their feet. And we all stayed on our feet for the last 5 minutes of the game, and certainly stayed on our feet for another 10 minutes afterwards while there were celebrations and the team came around.
An injured Team Canada entered this tournament, but that couldn't stop their momentum in LA.
The whole team was going at pace the last 25 minutes, and you just felt something was going to happen.
Felt in part thanks to Alphonso Davies hitting the pitch in his 2026 World Cup debut.
You could see as soon as he stepped on, the confidence he gave to the guys, and it's not that he has just recently been there. He belongs at that stage, so everybody played at his level. And the whole team responded to that.
A soccer nation growing by the day.
This has been sort of building up over the last 20, 30 years. You're getting Europeans or South Americans that are coming up to play in Canada, whereas before, which is elevating the game in Canada now, versus a lot of our better players always going to Europe or North and South America.
Regardless of the outcome of the next stage, FIFA fever is on fire.
But something like this is getting a lot of the younger generation talking about it, so we're getting a little bit more ownership towards it.
For them to be going up, say, against a Morocco or a Netherlands, you're not supposed to beat them. And in my opinion, that's a perfect position to be in because there's no pressure.
Brianne Foley, CTV News, Halifax.
Okay, it's time now for one last break. Coming up, a Maritimer hears his name called at the NHL draft. But first, your wake-up weather. Here's a live look at St. John. 15 degrees this hour, and Kaylin Mitchell joins us after the break with what you need to know.
It's time to register your rig for the 2026 Big Rigs, Big Hearts, Big Results Convoy. Get your crew together and participate in this day of fun for Special Olympics. The 15th annual convoy rolls through Dartmouth October 3rd. Visit truckconvoyns.ca.
Okay, it's time now for a quick look at tomorrow's wake-up weather. Kaylin, what's in store for this Tuesday?
Well, fog patches around for Tuesday morning. Also, first thing in the morning, there'll be a chance of a shower, a small thunderstorm in Prince Edward Island. Moving from the morning into the afternoon, the fog's going to be dissipating. Some sunshine, some warm, humid conditions across much of the Maritimes, and there'll be a chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm in New Brunswick and Nova Scotia mid-afternoon through early evening. Callum.
Okay, thanks for that, Kaylin. Finally tonight, there's a new name in the lineup of potential NHL players from the Maritimes.
The St. Louis Blues select from Boston University, Tynan Lawrence.
Congratulations to Fredericton native Tynan Lawrence. The 17-year-old forward was taken 11th overall in the NHL entry draft. Lawrence currently plays for the Boston University Terriers. Another Frederictonian, goaltender Jake Allen, won the Stanley Cup with those St. Louis Blues in 2019. Congratulations to the Lawrence family. Okay, that is your late news tonight. Just a reminder, if you've tuned in late or you'd like a second look at any of our stories, you can always visit our website, ctvnewsatlantic.ca. It's your home for news. I'm Callum Smith in for Bruce Frisco. Thanks for staying up with us. I hope to see you again tomorrow night.